Very well. That's what you're gonna catch them all out of.
Just walking you through the event. Day 4, 12 anglers out. We'll see who wins it. Mike Ward will be here in a minute. Steve Von Brand here for the Bass College. Bassmaster Elite Series, Upper Chesapeake Bay in August. It's hot, 94 degrees, high humidity. Let's see who the best are today. 12 of the most elite anglers. We'll see who takes home the prize. Beautiful event here, put on by Huck Fishing, Cecil County Board of Tourism, and all our other sponsors, the Bass College, bringing you exclusive coverage down here on the Upper Bay. All our staff are here. Staff are out on the water filming, following Chad Pipkins. We've got Jason Vaccaro, and we've got Marshall out on the water with the anglers. Stop in and see us at thebasscollege.com. All our profits, except for 10%, go to the kids programs, the vets, the military, and the first responders. So stop in, click through our links on Tackle Warehouse at the site and our other sponsors, and you'll help out the kids and the military, the vets, and the first responders by making your purchases through the Tackle Warehouse link at thebasscollege.com. We'll see you soon with some more exclusive interviews, and Mike Ward will be here for the final weigh-in.
There he is, Aaron Martens' first final day at Bassmaster Elite. This dude doesn't care, he's creeping over, obviously.
We're down here waiting for Mike Ward, and one of our site members is yelling. He does exist. Tell him who you are.
Bob Rampolo.
And you see Bob in the forums all the time. Bob's going to be here at the Elite Series today with us, and we're getting ready to have the boaters come in a little while, and you'll see us all over there. Steve Brand here for the Bass College. We're getting ready to go to the weigh-in and talk to some of the anglers, but first we wanted to stop here and talk with a couple of people that are behind the scenes that do a lot of work. You've probably seen them on Facebook, and I'll let them introduce themselves and tell you a little bit about like what's going on here at the Elite Series and what she does, and you know, is her son, and let her tell you a little bit about him, and talk to some of the Bass College members here in the forums. You've seen them here before. If you've been on Facebook, been on the site and the forums, you've probably seen them before. So I'm going to let her introduce herself and tell you a little bit about what's going on here.
Hi, I'm Krista Snyder. This is my son, Steven. He's an avid fisherman out here. He fishes with 2 different programs. That's how we got into volunteering. We've been working since Thursday, doing parking. He does weigh-ins, and he's my avid fisherman, and he's going to be going places someday, we hope.
I hear you're a pretty good caster. You were casting a black and blue jig between my feet while I was talking earlier.
Yeah.
How'd you learn to do that?
I was up at an outdoor show, and I walked into one of the pros. He asked me to teach me how to pitch, and he took me over in the corner and showed me how to pitch up underneath the table skirt. And I got that in about 2 minutes.
And you've been fishing down here at the tournaments with what, with the Bass Federation?
Yes, I have.
Good. We're going to look forward to seeing you in the Bass College forums. There's a lot of guys there that want to take you out and help you out and get you started. And hopefully we'll see you in FLW tour someday, or the Bassmaster Elite.
Yes, you will.
All right.
Very good. Yeah, no. I like my teeth. Come on, hit the Bass College. You were. Take your time.
All right. We're going to let him talk since he's a Baltimore Orioles fan.
Okay, yeah.
Tell him who you are, buddy.
On the bandwagon, they did real good last year, but I've been watching Steve Brandt's videos at the Bass College. Thanks for putting those up all the time. It's great. You know, I learn a lot from you guys. I'm trying to post stuff more. I got to be more, I guess, proactive about that and stuff on the site and stuff.
Well, we appreciate you being there, and we appreciate everybody coming out here and supporting the Elite Series, and
awesome.
Hook for putting it on, and Cecil County Board of Tourism and everybody, and Krista Gill, and everybody that's behind the scenes, you know, working here. We appreciate it, and we're glad to have you guys here. We'll see you on the forums.
Yeah, it's great to be here. It's a great experience. My first Bassmaster Elite Classic, so I get to be behind the scenes.
Hopefully it's not going to be the last.
Yeah,
we'll have to get you a Bass College shirt to wear.
Next time, next. Well, we're going to dip it. We're going to dip it.
Well, the boat's got 4 200-gallon tanks on it that's running pure oxygen, chemicals in it, and the fish are carried back and released in various locations out in the lake. We release one tank at a time and move.
So they're really taken care of, and you know the point.
Oh, we ice the water.
Right.
Like
Keep the temperature right.
The temperature is appropriate, and then we put chemical in it to help calm the fish and also help slime coat them.
Right.
And then again, pure oxygen is being fed into them.
That's great. Well, we appreciate all you guys do, and we'll see you at the weigh.
Out here at the mouth of the Susquehanna River, Chad Pipkins just pulled up. know he caught one here today, yesterday. How big was the one he said he had? I heard him say he had 3 big ones. Yeah, we pulled up and watched him for a little bit, and he went back that way, so we pulled up on his point, and I caught one at 411. Yeah, I just got it was off the point up there. 2 stripers too. Like I was fishing along, saw pods of bait fish explode, chucked the spinner bait in them, stripers both times. You got on your first cast. You said you got 3. How big's the big one? Oh, nice. Good start. I'm sorry to hear that. Nah, I'd rather not hook one than hook one, have snap off or lose it. See, there's the channel's right here, and it comes up between us and him, which I need to back off and give him some more room. And a lot of these bass will push up on here, especially at these bridge pilings and stuff. Can be really good at times. Try to get up here on the other side. You want to get out of his way. What year is that? That's what I'm looking for right now. 2001 or 2002, but it's the smaller 17 footer. I just got a really good price, and I was like, I'm just gonna take it for now.
We got Duke here, and Duke, I always want to call you Duke Nave. How do you say nice? You say it Nave?
That's exactly how you say it.
Okay, some people like to think it's Nave.
Nave?
He's trying to make you real exotic, you know, but we got Duke here, and I think you all know Duke. You've seen him here at Angler's Choice. He fishes the FLW. He's fished Bassmaster Opens. He's fishing some higher level series, and I think you're going to see Duke, in the future at a lot of these events, so. I'll let Duke tell you a little bit about what's going on. This is the last day. We're getting ready to weigh in here at the Bassmaster Elite Series on the Upper Bay, and we'll let Duke go ahead and talk to you a little bit now.
Yeah, I tell you what, the local bite's been a little off these past couple weeks, but I tell you what, these Elite Series are elite for a reason, and they really found some fish. And I think today the bite's a little better than it's been the past couple of days. You're going to see some really big bags brought in today, and thanks a lot to the Bassmaster Live and Bass Track. You can really follow that throughout the day. But I know Bass College bringing you updates throughout the day as well. So I tell you what, it's going to be an interesting, maybe a little anticlimactic.
today.
Maybe.
You know, we know that some of the leaders, you know, caught some big bags today. But I tell you what, if I was Aaron Martens being that far away from this launch, and I know watching Bassmaster live, he didn't leave yet at probably about 1:45, 2 o'clock, and that water, especially us locals know, it can get pretty choppy out there.
And the wind's blowing a little bit too.
Coming up from Middle River.
Yeah, and that's probably what on a flat day about a 45 to
45
minute,
to an hour ride, and with 2-3 foot rollers, plus wakes from boat traffic out there.
The boat traffic this time of year is really bad. There's some big yachts traveling out there, and
they kick off a 4 or 5 foot wind.
Well, welcome to the Upper Bay.
Yeah. So it's like these guys, they catch them, right?
Yeah, they do. They figure them out even when it's super tough, you know. And that's what they get paid to do, and they're some of the best in the world doing it.
Now, Mike, are you surprised with some of the techniques that they've been using to catch them? I mean, when you think about some of the basic techniques that are used up here, maybe flipping is something that just in bass fishing in general has kind of taken a back seat to some of the bladed swim baits and swim jigs, and this might be a tournament that makes a comeback.
I agree, because I got to tell you, it's very rare this season I've had a spinnerbait time.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you why, but there's just kind of certain baits and techniques that we know work here, and that's what we tie on.
Yep.
And I think we need to step outside the box a little bit and start throwing other stuff, and especially after a while. I mean, these fish have seen what we're projecting quite a bit, right? So
I think my secret's out of the bag with the spinner. I mean, that's a bait I've been throwing up here, and what I've actually had my most success fishing the bay on is a spinner bait. Throwing that Terminator, titanium spinner bait it runs true every time, and it's a great bait for me, and it's probably the bait I have the most confidence on.
And they'll back it up too. Even when those breaks at the U-bend, you can send it back. Not only do they send you a bait, they send you 10 more.
Yep, it's a great product, and I mean that whole, they're owned by Rapala, and the whole Rapala line. I've been fortunate enough to sort of pair with them. So, but it's a bait I've been using my whole career.
Right.
So I was just fortunate enough to be able to partner with them at this stage of my career. But I guess my secret's out of the bag. They hit spinner baits here.
Yeah.
Sure, and that's really a fantastic bait, because that was one of the first baits when it first came out.
Yep.
That's what you see us back when on the videos in the early 90s when Kurt and I were talking about it, and we weren't sponsored by Terminator or anything.
Yep.
And when you talk about a bait when you're not sponsored all the time, I mean, it has to be a good bait.
Absolutely.
An interesting technique, I was talking with Matt Herron earlier this week during practice, and he was actually taking a 3/8 spinnerbait and he was pitching it into the docks and just letting it fall, and pitching it almost like a soft plastic or a jig. He was getting bites. Those blades, were creating enough flash and enough action.
That's the idea too behind the soft plastic blades of the different types. When you put the little blades on the soft plastics, pitch the soft plastics in, it falls down. You've got a soft plastic, but you've got the spinnerbait blade coming out behind it falling down.
Yeah. Well, I think when you watch this live on ESPN2 when they do the coverage, you're going to see that's what Aaron Martens was doing a lot down there in Bully's Marina and down in that area, flipping that spinnerbait in. Right next to the pilings, the thing down there, the barnacles on those pilings, it can really snap you off.
And that scares a lot of anglers away, because they see those barnacles and they think that the salinity is so high that the bass aren't going to be there. But we talked to Aaron backstage yesterday and said, really kudos on your part, man. We knew Middle River was going to be a player because those fish are pretty unpressured down there. And the grass is, I hate to say it, sorry Brian Novotny, but the grass is some of the best you'll find on the Upper Bay. I mean, it's just beautiful.
It is. It's beautiful grass. And that what you were saying about the salinity, that's true on the Potomac too. If you remember from many, many years back, you go back and look on Bassmaster, read some of the articles, and some of the guys that won it ran so far south, 2 hours south, almost where it was meeting the ocean. I mean, so far they said, you can't fish here, this is salt water. And that's where some of the biggest bass came from. Some 8, 9, even 10-pound bass came out of there, out of that real salty water.
And I think a place like the Bay, it shows the range where you can catch big bass. I mean, there's guys fishing probably not even a quarter mile from the launch and still catching big bags.
Right.
And you have guys like Aaron making that long run and catching them there too. I mean, a lot of people have said how, you know, this place hasn't shown its true colors. I mean, I think the bite's much better in the spring here, and you catch bigger bags, 25, 30-pound bags. But this is just a great fishery all around.
It is, and that's why it's called the Elite Series. I mean, when you go to Three Rivers and you know, and places like that, I mean, it takes some really good anglers to pull out 5 fish. I mean, of any size, and you know, to catch fish even like they're catching here during this kind of weather, and this after it's been pressured like this by every local tournament, and Paycheck and Angler's Choice and
We've had a
PFL.
high pressure system on top of them, you know, for all 3 days, really. That they've been here. So that hasn't helped anything. But you know, it's a tough time of year for them to be here. But again, they proved why they're elite anglers. You know, the guys don't know how to catch them, and we're happy they came.
Yeah, we are.
Absolutely.
And we want to thank everybody for coming. We want to thank Duke and Mike Ward, the director of Angler's Choice Upper Bay. We've got a lot of surprises coming for you this year with the new videos and some new series we'll probably be running. A lot of exciting things are happening, and Duke will be part of it, I'm sure. He'll be out there on tour and talking to you all the time. We appreciate him coming.
We can follow you on Facebook,
Yeah,
right?
just follow me on Facebook, Duke Nate Fishing on Facebook. You know, I try to post as many you know, tips and tricks. Do more tips and tricks in the off season when you're in your basement, you know, doing some things. But I try to bring a lot of updates and show you what I'm doing out there.
Great. Well, we're going to have everybody follow you, and we appreciate everything you do, and we'll see you out on the water.
All right, sounds great.
I grab a lot of fish there all the time. This is only going to get better too as the fall comes on. See, that's known for giants right there.
Hi, Steve Von Brand here for the Bass College, down here at the Bassmaster Elite. We're here with Dave mercer. I think you might have seen him once or twice. And we're getting ready for the weigh-in, so he's been nice enough to give you guys a shout out. And I'm going to let Dave do a little bit of talking. He can tell you anything he wants about what's going on here and what's something that's going to be happening in the future.
I mean, I'm excited. Weigh-in's coming up in just a few minutes. An incredible tournament. If you watch Bassmaster live today, it was probably, in my opinion, the best Bassmaster live. It was literally, Mark Zoner referred to it as a heavyweight fight, going back and forth between Aaron Martens and Bill Lowen. It's going to be a lot of fun. But speaking of fun, I mean, the Bass College. I mean, finally, a college that I would fit in. I mean, I've been to a lot of colleges, but generally just partying with my buddies. But that's the college.
Well, Mike Iaconelli said yesterday when we were back at the weigh-in, Mike said if you don't come and register at the Bass College, he's going to send Cliff Pace and Matt Herron to kick your butt.
My butt.
And kick anybody's butt that doesn't come.
Well, I'm going to take Cliff Pace, roll him up real nice, and knock out Matt Herron. No, not really. But I have you guys here, and the support, I mean, from the local area, I'm going to tell you, don't tell anybody, but if you ask me, these crowds, I mean, not that, you know, we set record in Waddington.
And the Delaware River.
The Delaware River was not our biggest crowd. People seem to think it was.
But it was wild.
But it was a crazy crowd, and we had it again yesterday. So I'm excited. To me, that's what I cheer for. Great crowds, and we definitely get them when we come here. So if I had any pull, I'd say we need to come here more often.
Well, we come here, and if we come here again in the spring or the fall, you'll never live it down. I mean, 24-pound bags every day, and with these guys fishing here.
You can go any lake in the spring and fall and never live it down. I mean, you know what, we hear that. If you had been here in the spring, have you ever been to Okeechobee in the spring?
Yes, I have. I've been in walking water in its heyday, when they used to come from India and Pakistan just to fish walking water. Yeah. So I remember. I've been around. I'm as old as dirt, Dave.
Well, I wasn't going to say that, but I mean, not that I was thinking it.
All right, Dave, thanks. We appreciate everything you guys do, and we'll see you at the weigh-in.
All right, we'll see you there. Make sure to sign up for Bass College. Finally a school that weirdos like me can attend.
Buy your new reel. And which model did you select?
681.
6:8 1 gear ratio?
Yeah.
All right, good deal. Those loose bait casters are really smooth, aren't they?
Yes, they are. I love them.
They make fantastic products.
Yeah.
I use all of their reels myself.
Yeah, I like using them.
Yeah, and they're great reels.
Yeah, even when I like pitching jigs, it helps me out when I have like 50-pound braid on there. That's what I got on there. It helps me out pitch.
Yeah.
When I'm pitching something light like that, it's unreal.
Yeah, you keep real good control of your bait.
Yeah.
And you know, not a lot of backlashes. They have great break settings.
Yep.
And so forth. And
So
good braid.
I got this thing set really loose right now. And it's 10 beginnings.
What, buddy? Yeah, you got 10 bearings in that. And I think this is one of the new LFS series reels. Yep, the LFS series. And have you tried any Elite rocks yet? They've got a bunch of the new speed sticks. And maybe what we'll have to do, we'll stay in touch here, and we'll make sure that I'll get you a couple of loose speed sticks that you can try out with these reels. That way you can pair it up with those.
Well, this one right here is the only one I had. So it shoots me right. Ever catch one, I can get it in. Don't have to worry about losing it. So it's really good reel for fishing heavy water and heavy company.
Absolutely. You can't beat them. We'll keep using those loose reels. They make great products, and so we'll work on getting you a loose rod to pair with that too.
Yeah.
I like the woo. Outstanding. Let's start from that end. Let me give her a big woo. Let's go. Now this is getting it. All right, this time a big woo. Let's go, Chris in. Oh, no. Stop. No woo on this end. The woo really started right here. I'll find out where the real fishing freaks are. Right here. Okay, now let's see if you can redeem yourself over here. We want it as loud as you possibly can make it. We're building up to this fan frenzy here. This is just kind of the warm up to the frenzy. This is the mini frenzy. We need you to take it up a notch. Bam! 3 or 4. Right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. These guys right here. They won't stand up, but they're making lots of noise. All right, here we go. One more time. 1, 2, 3. You're starting to let me down a little bit right here.
So I can charge that other battery. So you didn't go around the point at all? Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. Well, that's what I was saying to him. You drill them here all the time.
position with 35 pounds and 9 ounces. And oh boy, looks like Bernie went to work here today.
I should have lived a couple other days. Fishery just some gnarly stuff, hard to get out. Broke some, I pulled some last time I couldn't ever get to. But it was challenging. It was good.
That's now. Of my life. Be back here.
Those who know I lost my wife, Donna, a year ago. That's why the purple ribbon is on my boat. And,
hey, Greg.
She's been riding with me every day.
Good luck, man.
Today I call them all of them worm. I mean, I never could. See if he can make something work 2 days in a row. Just had to keep changing. Like this morning, I went over about 10 different rods for about 3 hours without light. Finally got the right thing going, and then I caught 10 or 11 different days. Good. I don't think it'll show up on your really funny. Okay. Like, one day, something else, but it's been a fun week, and honestly, if I can only...
Chad, Upper Bay Aura. How's that working out for you?
I got 4 minutes.
Okay. All right, cool, man. All right, congrats, man. Good luck, buddy.
Let's see how this works out. He's 13 pounds and 9 ounces. Starts today. Jack Pickett punishes them on Championship Sunday at the Hook Performance Bassmaster Elite.
Where was that from? Looks like you replaced all the ones I saw.
With that, we say goodbye to Bernie.
We got rid of some of them, I can tell you that.
Let's give him a little love, ladies and gentlemen. And we say hello to your brand.
They didn't know that spot, did they, Gerald?
Ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Championship Sunday is your biggest.
I like that.
Of the tournament, the biggest bag of the tournament right now. 18 pounds and 7 ounces. What makes it there, or because something out of fish? I love finding not only the fish type, but the food really excited. Every time a good time talking to you. Thank you, man. It's been awesome.
What sunline did you use on to catch them, Gerald?
I was throwing a 10-pound shooter on my crankbait, and
big difference today was just
I was throwing 20 shooter when I was flipping.
Yesterday I did. Her note did a huge deal for many anglers' entire season. It really did. You know, I really had to put my head down this week after I had turned it 2 weeks ago, and I've been having a pretty good year. And then
How'd it go, Russ?
I had a slow day. We caught a couple of decent ones, 3 little bitty ones.
Yeah. You caught them though, and you're in the finals, buddy. You caught them, and you're in the finals.
Oh yeah.
And you're fishing.
It's been a great week.
Yeah, man.
Anytime you have a chance to win, you want to try to get it.
Hey, I'm happy to be alive and be here at this point, man. This is great.
Well, heck, I'm happy to be alive too, but I sure didn't win today.
Oh yeah, it'd be nice to win on top of it while you're alive. Hey, Russ, thanks for everything, man. Good luck, buddy. We'll see you.
Kevin, and then I have some other people here this week that I met and really helped me out. Had a good week. I'm just too blessed. Very, very blessed. An incredible tournament. Before you leave the stage, break it down. What were baits? What was the approach? For Davey Height. Doing good over there? Everything's IRE. Well, let's bring through our next angler. He is a former Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year, a former Bass Pro Shops, a Bassmaster Open champion from Warrior, Alabama, the G-Man, Gerald Swindle! Gerald Swindle, 5 fish, all alive. Looking for 18-1. Start today 39-15.
Yeah, well.
Rolled out. Load around strike Mercer and comes back with a load here on Championship Sunday as the Hook Performance of Bassmaster Elite. Looking for 18-1. 14 pounds, 11 ounces, giving us 54 pounds and 10 ounces. Gerald Swindle moves into second place currently, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, Bill?
Back on time out there, push a couple through. Yeah. Yep, he's the last one.
not the least, right?
Save the best for last.
I don't think it's quite so.
Next time you move, back of it.
I'm gonna pull that big one out. Hey, I'm gonna pull that big one out separate, Chuck.
Huh?
I should pull the big one out of live ocean.
Absolutely, man. Get fired up. You bet.
Aaron, you got enough to drink? You need any water or anything, bud?
Yeah, I'm gonna see get a. You want a bottle of water?
Aaron,
Aaron,
you need any water or anything?
I'll take one more, please. I got warm water. I'll take cold water.
How you been, bud?
Warm water, man?
Yeah, hunchback.
All right. 499. We're going to move into fifth place. 51 pounds and 5 ounces.
That's my phone. You good? That's real good.
Here. 51 pounds and 5 ounces, Russ. A great tournament. But you did something that's so few anglers do. We're anchor after anchor across the stage. Always wrong. And sort of a limit. You were obviously on something a lot bigger. Were the numbers the same today?
Save another one for 120, I think.
Oh, they're purple.
No, they have black ones. Actually lasted longer than I expected. Yeah, some purple ones. Yeah, purple everywhere.
Incredible performance.
Yeah, they're actually good. They're good deal. They're a good price for what they are. I mean, most baskets of this quality are like 180, 200 bucks.
Hank Cherry gave me these.
He did?
Yeah.
I gave my camera guys a pair. He lost his in the land. He was only going at 40 miles an hour. Poor Ray. That's cool. He gave you a pair. Wish I could give it away.
A 7-time Bassmaster winner, already won Elite Series title earlier this year. Not one, but 2 Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year titles. He has his eye on that prize for a 3rd time. From Leeds, Alabama, let me hear it for Amor Turn down for what? 48 pounds and 13 ounces. And as you can see, that Berkeley Havoc weighing bag is loaded. Oh boy, look out. Boom, shakalaka. Giant bass. Aaron Martens may have caught the biggest bass of the tournament on Championship Sunday. Our Bass World Cup's big bass is 5 and 15. Guys, before this weight comes up, get side by side. We are going to decide our champion. Started today with 48.13. He is looking for 13 pounds and 7 ounces to win not one but 2 titles this year. Becoming an 8-time Bassmaster winner if he can pull it off. Looking for 13.7, 21 pounds. 21 pounds of 5 ounces with 70 pounds, 2 ounces. Chesapeake Bay belongs to Amor from the start. Back to back, winning in this event, ladies and gentlemen. Took the lead. Day 1, day 2, day 3, and here again on Championship Sunday. Let me hear it, ladies and gentlemen. Aaron Martens. Chesapeake Bay belongs to Amor from the start with 70 pounds, 2 ounces. 2 ounces. Dude, you just showed up at the door trick-or-treating and took all the candy here. You win your 2nd Elite Series event of the season. You get a commanding lead in our Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year race as you try to join legendary status and become a 3-time Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year. With a $100,000 payday here, you pass $2.5 million in Bassmaster earnings. How in the world did you do this on such a, I mean, this was one of the toughest tournaments, mentally toughest tournaments. And one of the things
One of the little weaknesses that anybody could ever point out to you years ago, guys would say, sometimes Aaron could crack under the pressure. Anybody that ever says that again, look at the footage. This dude did not crack at all. Started the day, had a nightmare start to your day. How did you rebound to have the biggest bag of the tournament here on Championship Sunday?
I saved the best for last. I got really fortunate. You weren't there. And a couple of guys missed where I was fishing. I found it and I knew it was a really good area, but I left it a lot this week. I didn't fish it a whole lot because there wasn't a long 6-mile-an-hour zone, and it was really good. And I did hit it a little bit. Even yesterday I left with 3 bass, and I knew I could catch more, but I wanted to go explore a little more. I knew the tide was going to get better later. I'd catch them, but I found it the second day of practice in those bad conditions. You know, high water, windy. And you know, I think what put me off was like a 2-pounder chasing some bait. I was out in 10 feet of water. I'm like, wow, that's pretty good. He's out here in 10. That stuff I was from 7, 8 guy. I have him. And I didn't even check it out. I left. I was running out of time. So I knew that was going to be a good spot. And like I said, I didn't spend any time on it hardly the first day. I saved it. And then the second and third day, I did catch a lot of fish off of it. I kept looking at this section that just made me drool. I was like, that's the best section. And I was struggling this morning. Yeah, I had like no bites for 3 hours, not a bass bite. And the tide was at its worst, 2/3 incoming, which is the worst tide you can have. And I know that I fished a lot of tide fisheries. And I knew it was this waiting game. I knew that section had them, even though I hadn't fished. I felt the area out, and I knew that wasn't the best section. And I kind of went too soon on it, and ended up losing like 3 or 4 that were big ones, 3 to 4 pounders, 1 5-pounder I lost, and I didn't have anything yet. So that was bad. And then I caught like a little 12-incher. That's what I get. I get a 12-incher. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll throw the Bible. And then I catch like a 2-pounder, which is really small for that area. I'm like, man, and I had big ones on. I was fighting them. They were heavy. I knew there were 3s or 4s. And I had like a 5 or 6 ball nip, which might be the one I weighed in. And I did a switch. I went about a half hour too soon on it. So I was getting edgy. You know, I had 3 pounds, 4 pounds. I was getting a little nervous. So I went soon on it, a little too soon. And that's why I lost those. They weren't eating yet. And so by the time I turned around, I put my hydro wave on. I just figured I better just do all I can do. It's getting right. I put my hydro wave on, did a turn, and I missed one right away. I switched baits. I went to a blade bait, from a spinnerbait to a blade bait. I couldn't get anything on a slow moving bait. And I got bit right away. A good bite, like a 4-pounder, and I lost it. I'm like, doggone, I was getting really mad. And then I kept going, and then I caught a 4-pounder, and that's when I held up. And then I kept going, and then I started catching.
Caught him in a big, big way. Clearly, you did not see the footage. Obviously, you were busy fishing, but unanimously decided amongst the Bassmaster staff the single most exciting day in Bassmaster Live history. Watching you and Bill Lowen trade punches, as Mark Zona described it, it was like a heavyweight title fight. You would catch one, you would lose one, he'd catch one. It was just truly incredible. What were the key baits and setup here this week?
Something different every day. I did say sorry to Bill when I started catching them. I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was coming. I was waiting. I left early too, but it was just phenomenal. The first day, I drop shotted quite a bit. I was getting really good on drop shot, but that kind of went south. I know bait caster pitching a drop shot with like an 8 3/16 weight, robo worm, Aaron's Magic. It was working good. I caught probably a few keepers on it. But as the week progressed, as things stabilized and fishing got better, obviously, I started going to reaction. And that way I'd cover more water and also get those bigger bites. And that's what was the key. I used a 1/4 ounce spinnerbait. And that was probably the right thing that first day. I was fishing more in the back of the creek where I was at. And the water was real clear. And the 1/4 ounce was working really, really well. Like they ate it. They swallowed the thing every time they ate it. And the fish, I think most of the fish that I came across ate it. Second day it got kind of weird. I went to a bigger spinnerbait, bigger blades, 3/8 ounce on like 16 pounds. And that worked better than the 1/4 ounce. And I progressed from there. And then I guess I caught almost all my fish on a jig, like a 1/2 ounce and 3/8 ounce jig, and the spinnerbait. But just kind of reaction to fishing it fast. And then yesterday I did backlash twice and got 2 fish in the backlash, which is kind of weird. But most of the bites were pretty quick. They're reaction fish, and that was probably the key. And also the area I was fishing in. Nobody else fished it. I'm not sure if Randy fished it. I'm not sure if anybody fished it. So I had it to myself, and that was COI, I guess. No, do I play it safe at St. Clair, or do I try to win that one? I don't know. I kind of should have won that last one, but I kind of messed up the last day and sheared my bolts off. But I'm almost thinking, what do I do? Do I gamble and try to win the tournament, or do I play it safe and fish by that ran.
But before we make this official and bring the trophy out, I got to ask you that because never in Bassmaster history, Bassmaster Live history, we're watching you compete. And it literally, Elite Series pros were chiming in on the comment board. For those that don't know the story, at the final event of the season just a few years ago on Lake St. Clair, he made a long run to Erie, sheared the bolts off your motor, did not make it back, argumentatively would have maybe won that tournament. It's right there. You believe you had to wait. And when you got that giant in, Elton Jones, tons of other guys are chiming in. They're like, tell Aaron to leave now and get back here before something happens. Did you ever think about that? Did that ever go through your head?
Yeah, but I wanted to fish. It was good. It was a good. I waited all day for that time, and I did catch like almost a 4-pounder after that. I should have left, but I wanted to catch you at least even one more. But it was good at that time. I'm a fisherman. I want to fish. That's actually one of the reasons I stayed there. Everybody's like, you should go, Aaron. You should go. I'm like, it's good right now. But I said, yeah, we should go. We left like I left myself double time. I came back at like 35, 40.
Cecil,